Hello guys, welcome back to another basic Java programming tutorial. In this episode we are going to learn about how to pass an object as an argument to a method in Java. Like a normal variable, you can pass an object of a class as a parameter to a method. So here I am going to create an example that demonstrates how to pass an object to a method in a Java program. So here I am going to create a new class. I name the class as test, and in this class here I am going to create two variables x and y. For initializing these two variables, here I am going to create a constructor for this class with two arguments x and y. Now here I am going to make the initialization this dot x equal to ax and this dot y equal to y. Okay. Also here I am going to make another method public. I name it as object check. Okay, and specify the return type as boolean. And for this method, here I am going to specify an argument that is an object of this class. I name it as test. So this is a method that contains a single argument that is an object. So here the return type, here the type of the parameter is the class name, because here the parameter is an object of this class. So here the type of the parameter is the class name, and this is the variable test. Okay, and here I am going to compare two objects. So test is the argument, is the parameter that is an object of the same class. So test dot x equal to use an if loop test dot x equal to x and test dot y equal to y. If this condition is true, here I am going to return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay, so you can understand this method well with the remaining code of this program. So here I am going to create an object for this class. So test t1 equal to new test, and here I pass two integer values 12 and 15. So t1 is an object of class test, and here I pass two integer value to the constructor 12 and 15. Now here I am going to create another object for the same class and name the object as t2 equal to new test with the same values. Also create another object, create a third object, name it as t3 with some different value 15 and 20. Okay, so now here I am going to compare these objects using this method. Okay, for that here I am going to create a statement system.out.println t1 equal to t2. Now here I am going to make the comparison using that method. So now I am going to call the method using object t1. So t1 dot and call the method object check with argument as t2. So what will happens here? Now here I call the method using object t1. So t1 dot object check. That means the current class object is t1 and I pass object t2 as an argument. So here what happens? Test.x means test is t1, t2. That means here I pass t2 as an argument. So test.x means the value of x corresponding to object t2 is equal to x. That means the current object is t1. That means here it check the value of variable x corresponding to object t2 with value of x corresponding to object t1. Here also same, the value of y corresponding to object t1 with the value of y corresponding to object t2. If these two conditions are true, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. And now I am going to compare object t1 with t3. Now we can check the program. We can see the t1, the value of object t1 and t2 are same, because here we pass the same value for object t1 and t2, but for object t3 it is not true. This is not t2, it is t3. So t1 equal to t3 is false because the values are different. So this is how we pass an object of a class as a parameter to a method in Java.